for it. McDowell scores the first points for Burns.
Mountaineers quickly across back half court, number 11, top of the key. Down in the corner, another little jumper off side of the board. Zeke Littlejohn, however, with a rebound. 14, thought he was going to dunk it. So 14, Pacehour missed the jumper. Littlejohn with a rebound, kicks it back to him for the assist from Littlejohn.
To have him as number 0, but Pacehour is 14.
Big block, Zeke Littlejohn blocks number 12 shot. Rebound, though, however, by J.Q. Wells, and he puts it back in the basket.
So good job by J.Q. Wells on the board. He's been fighting hard down there, trying to establish position. Boxed out, got a rebound.
Zeke Littlejohn on the corner, kicks it out to 11 on the drive, and they're going to give him. That's a pretty good continuation there, Tom.
Yeah.
Nolan Raby on the drive and score, and I don't know, looked a little early to me on the foul.
Yeah, looked like an NBA style there.
Yes, and I'm sure that's what Coach Lives is saying. You know, he made contact outside. He was right outside the free throw line when the contact was made, and he ended up doing a little layup there. So, yeah, you can kind of take that for what you will.
So we've got 2 Pacehours on the Kings Mountain team. That's my problem.
Okay, we got an Eli and a Kobe.
Because 14 just came in.
That's Eli. He about dunked it just a second ago.
Yeah.
As the free throw
was good.
Stolen.
Another turnover.
There's the big dunk. That's 14. He hung on that rim a little bit, and they didn't call it.
No.
But Pacehour with a steal in the dunk. Here comes the Bulldogs. That's a quick steal. We're going to have some more dunks. 0. Littlejohn. Oh, he almost gets it in. So Littlejohn with the lay-in, and Livingston gets a timeout on the floor. We'll be back. We'll be back in. Hold on. We'll tell you in just a second. As soon as referees give us a signal. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Schubert Heated and Air has been providing dependable service and quality products to the Cleveland County and surrounding area. And the tradition continues today with quality American Standard heated and air conditioning systems. Just give them a call at 704-484-0025 and they'll help you select the right American Standard system for your needs. Bill Schubert Heated and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, your American Standard heated and air conditioning dealer, where your comfort is our concern.
Welcome back to Kings Mountain High School, home of the Mountaineers. This squad comes into tonight's game at 10-4 overall, and I might have left the standings in the car. Ooh, big dunk. Adrian Delph. The big dunk, Tom.
And it's going to get ugly if Burns can't handle that pressure.
You know, they got to slow it down. There's no reason to rush. There's no shot clock. So, however much pressure is. Stolen. Oh, then they call the offensive foul. Wow, what a tough call and break for the Bulldogs.
That was Kings Mountain's first turnover. And Burns has turned it over 4 times already. And that pressure's giving him a lot of trouble. He walked. That's going to be a turnover for Kings Mountain.
You know, that's one thing, in a basketball game, there's a ton of turnovers sometimes in these high school basketball games. They can just, as soon as one, especially early on, as soon as one team makes a bad turnover, then the other one comes around again. But it's 15-5, Tom, real quick here in the early going. And Burns, like you said, they've got to
slow it down.
Yes. There's no reason to press and push. Big, long three is going to go off the rim and over the backboard for number 12, Rashawn McDowell.
And that's exactly what they probably didn't want to do. A quick possession, a missed 3. And right here comes Delph and company for Kings Mountain. Burns showed a little pressure. Looks like they want to trap on the sideline. I don't know if they're going to be athletic enough to pull that off.
Rebound.
14 with 2 misses close inside.
Goes the Bulldogs. Number 5, Tom. He's got 4 rebounds already.
Kings Mountain, yeah, he's missing. Kings Mountain missing a lot of shots. Burns a chance to get it. Twitty misfires again on a 3-pointer.
Big rebound from Pacehour. Stolen by 33. Dalton Putnam, and he got away with an elbow on that one. Across the middle. Oh my gosh, that's a bad call. It's getting really chippy out here, Tom.
What'd they call?
They called on 12 going down the court, but the referee on the Burns side of the player is the one who called it. The Kings Mountain player had the ball. It was 0-0. I don't have a 0-0. Is that
Pacehour?
Kobe Pacehour?
It's Kobe Pacehour.
So Kobe just dribbled into the defender, and the ref kind of on that side just went ahead and gave him the call. Kind of a weird play.
Yeah, we'll get a little chippy out here with these in-county rivals. That's going to be a foul on Putnam. Just a little too aggressive with the hand checking, Kevin.
That's the 6th foul on Burns already, Tom. That's Putnam's 2nd.
Yeah, and look at that. None on Kings Mountain. None. So it looks like Cross is coming in for Putnam. Avius Cross, number 25. Putnam's going to have a seat. And now Kings Mountain. Looks like Burns trying to run a little trap, Kevin. Trap up top. And then trap in the corner. Looked like an offensive foul, not called. Missed shot for Kings Mountain. Delph missed, but I think they're going to give the possession back to Kings Mountain.
2:12 first quarter action. Kings Mountain and Burns.
So the game that could have got away from Burns has kind of settled down if they can get a stop.
In the corner for 3,
Oh,
off the mark from Kobe Pacehour as the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Kings Mountain to keep the ball here.
Well, that Burns is having a hard time keeping Kings Mountain off the boards, Kevin. A lot of offensive rebounds for Kings Mountain. That's going to be a foul on Mitchell.
What did he just call? I don't know what everybody's booing him. I mean,
Not sure. I think the foul was called on Wells. I think one official might have called a jump ball. Then the other one came in and called a foul, I think. Well, the Burns crowd not happy. Nonetheless, it's an 8-point game, 15-7. And it looks like Delph going to the line to shoot a pair. I think there was an argument, or maybe it's a 1-and-1.
It's definitely a 1-on-1. Delph, oh, is that they were arguing on the shot maybe? Everybody, I mean, the Burns folks got pretty upset real quick. You know, but that's second.
It looked like maybe one of them called a jump ball and another one came and overruled him.
I mean, we've been playing 5, almost 6 minutes now, Tom, and Burns has 7 fouls. Kings Mountain, none.
But that's going to happen when the other team's a little more athletic, Kevin. You find yourself grabbing a little bit.
Tom, let's make sure at halftime that 0-0 is Kobe Pacehour before we
that's what I have
call his name all night, you know what I mean?
That's what I have on Max Preps.
Yeah, there's a 0-0, not a double. We'll see.
Burns trying to beat the pressure. This time they do. McDowell got an open look and buries
Good shot.
a three-pointer.
That was an assist from Jahari Mitchell. He's been all over the court. And 3 referees look at each other. One of them made the call. Let's see what we got. We got another foul on the Bulldogs.
Foul against Burns, a block.
This one was on Christian Huey, and that was his first.
And 12, Littlejohn coming back in the game for Kings Mountain. Fouls now 8-0, Kevin, and that's going to make for a pretty unhappy Kareem Livingston.
Yeah.
As Delph cans the first free throw.
You know, you always have to tell the guys, somebody drive and let's see if they'll call one for us.
Yeah, no kid. Second one on the way for Delph. We got a free throw sponsor tonight, Falston Pharmacy, sponsoring our free throws. So thank you to Falston Pharmacy. And Delph has hit all 4 of his free throws. And that's just a bad turnover there, Kevin.
Joe Clemmer's got to catch that one, Tom.
Yes,
hey, we got the camera. I'll just wave at it. But as you can see us over here in the corner in our blue and purple, right behind the basket. Sitting down the corner of Joel Clemmer, our Kings Mountain rep from our post-game show. He just about caught that pass. Zeke Littlejohn drops it down, tipped around, back out the top. Adrian Delph. Delph swings it down into the corner. Here's Huey. Nope, that was Pacehour. Rebound, Littlejohn. Littlejohn kicks it back up top. He about loses it. That's Eli Pacehour. He gets it over to Kobe.
Kings Mountain not connected on the 3, but it's not stopping them from taking them, Kevin.
No.
And they're not.
Turnover, good D,
Kings
Burns,
Mountain.
good D.
So Burns has forced 4 Kings Mountain turnovers. They've turned it over 5 times themselves. And Kings Mountain now running a little trap out of their pressure.
Got a 2-2-1 for you folks familiar of the trappings of the basketball game. You've got to work at the middle. If you notice, Tom, Burns didn't have anybody in the middle on that one.
No. They were lucky Mitchell was able to dribble out of it.
Oh, big foul. That'll be the first foul of the game on the Kings Mountain Mountaineers as Eli Pacehour got every bit of Jahari Mitchell as he could.
Do you think it was a foul? I thought it was pretty clean. Maybe got him with the body.
That's probably what they're going to call. Is the body on that, yeah.
So you know what? If he can all 3 of these, it's only a 6-point game.
Yep. Are they giving him 3?
I believe so.
See? Okay. There's one.
Can's the first one.
Mitchell also already has 4 rebounds and an assist here in the first quarter.
Once again, those free throws brought to you by the Falston Pharmacy. And he misses the second. So one more free throw for Jahari Mitchell.
I was about to say, how old is he? He looks awful young. They got 1, 2, 3 seniors on the team?
He's a sophomore.
2 seniors on the team.
2 out of 3 for Mitchell on his Falston Pharmacy free throws. 19-12 with just under a minute to go in the first quarter.
45 seconds and counting. Burns in the zone. Had a little 1-3-1 to trap.
They're trapping in the corners a little bit. Doesn't seem like right there in the corner.
Zeke Littlejohn misses the 3 and it's tipped out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will have the ball down 7, 31 seconds to go.
It seems like that's when they're waiting, when the ball's in a deep corner, and that's when they're trying to trap. Hasn't really caused too much problem for Kings Mountain.
Huey to cross the
Burns, I'm
corner.
going to hold for 1.
Down low, up strong, 42. Who is that, Tom?
I don't have him on the roster.
Used to be someone else on the team. We'll have to get that name. Big boy. Delph in the corner for 3 for Kings Mountain. No good. Rebound goes to the 42.
Who missed that, Delph?
6, 5 seconds. Yep, Delph missed the 3. Burns, pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound. Kings Mountain, Zeke Littlejohn.
It's a 5-point game, Kevin.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on KTC Broadcasting.
$600 down delivers. That's right. $600 down delivers at Black Cars in Shelby. If you're looking for the best deal on pre-owned vehicles, come to Black Cars and pay $600 down on selected vehicles. Black Cars makes car buying simple. All you need is proof of residence and income. Buy here, pay here at Black Cars in Shelby. Visit one of the 2 locations, 325 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and 1711 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at blackcars.com. Campers Inn in Kings Mountain present their 2nd annual holiday bike ride. Camping out for kids, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. Campers Inn is partnered with the Kings Mountain Police Department to collect new bikes for the children in our community. They are hoping to collect from 150 to 200 new bikes, from toddlers to teens. And they do all the work. Just bring your unassembled bike, and they'll put it together for you. You can help make Christmas brighter for a child this year. Plan now to participate in the 2nd annual Camping Out for Kids Holiday Bike Drive, December 8th, 9th, and 10th at Campers Inn, Highway 161 South at I-85 in Kings Mountain.
Welcome back to Kings Mountain High School. Let me just slide that over closer to me, Tom, and I have to reach over the world. It's 19-14 Burns, despite 8 fouls and how many turnovers? 4? Or is that Kings Mountain? 5 for Burns.
5 for Burns and 4 for Kings Mountain, unofficially.
Despite that, Burns only down 5. And Tom, if they settle down, they can hang in here with them. Just got to make good decisions. You know, you're playing a really good team. You can't just.
Cross with a wide open look, overshot it too much.
Rebound goes to Raby. Raby kicks it up, long pass, and we got to have a foul. They could have just let that go. That's one of those ones, Tom, you know, ball's going to go out of bounds anyway, probably. He just sticks here, and the ref called the foul anyway. So instead, that puts the kid on the line instead of the ball being out of bounds. So you're giving him some chances for points here. That's Eli Pacehour. He's been really active. He's the one that got the big dunk earlier.
Some have considered just resetting the fouls after every quarter, Kevin, to speed things up a little bit.
Adrian Dale for the rebound and the putback off the free throw.
And they're just not boxing anybody out, Kevin.
Yeah, you can't let that happen on the free throw line. Not
So-
the home team, not anymore, because now the way, see, when I play, Tom, you could fill the lane up on either side with players and be even. Now you got 4 players on defense and 2 on offense, and to give up an offensive rebound is, like you said, it's pretty bad.
That's bad.
Second foul on Kings Mountain called tonight. That's number 11. That's on Raby. That's his first. Like I said, only 2 fouls tonight.
I'm not sure if you've been able to keep up with all the rebounds, but Kings Mountain is dominating the boards.
I'm close to keeping up with it. I may have missed 1 or 2.
So Burns trying to run their offense, only down 7 to a team that beat them by more than 40 in the Christmas tournament.
Mitchell swings it over to Huey. Huey pulls up.
It's Twitty. Check
Twitty,
that,
yeah, Twitty's 14.
So Twitty with a miss.
Rebound goes to 42. Back up. Dale for the alley-oop and the dunk. Zeke Littlejohn.
That was a pretty play, Kevin.
Yep.
And again, just Burns not keeping people off the boards.
And that was a very lucky play, Tom. Was that an assist or a shot, Tom, from Jahari Mitchell?
I think we're going to call that a missed shot.
Another alley-oop attempt, but no good. Rebound goes back to Burns. Burns
Cross missed a wide open layup. Oh my.
Eli Pacehour pushes up, has Rabby. Rabby kicks it back out. Here is Kobe.
If you're Cross, you've got to hit that if you want your team to stay in this one.
Rabby drives, finds Littlejohn in the corner. He pulls up jumper, no good. Delph tries to get the rebound, but can't. Jahari Mitchell with his 6th rebound here early on here in the ballgame.
So Burns keeping it close. Mitchell takes a 3, and that's not close.
Mitchell way short. He was way deep. Needs to take a step in. Might have had it though. Rebound, Cross. He scores.
So Cross makes up for missing that gimme. And look, Burns only down 5. They're hanging around. Yeah, getting a little chippy out there as Delph didn't like that foul.
42 tried to give him 5, and he pushed him off of him. We'll get 42's name here in a minute.
Not sure what we got here.
They're going to talk to the coaches and what they need to do. It's been chippy for quite a while. Both these teams are awful pushy and shovey, and I'm sure Kings Mountain doesn't like only being up by 5. They think they should dominate this game. How many did they win by earlier, Tom? Did you say
44, 45.
Big time earlier this season.
But
and,
I think this is what are they doing? They called a technical foul? No.
No.
So we got to have a 1-and-1. No, a 2-shot.
2, yeah.
2-shot.
Okay, so the fouls in high school basketball go through the whole half, right?
Right.
Okay. We'll clear that up for the folks. It does not reset after each quarter like the NBA does.
And
Adrian Dale for the free throw.
Perfect on all his Falston Pharmacy free throws.
5011 Falston Pharmacy Road there in downtown Falston. 704-538-3021. Give Brian Kaiser in the game call today. Free throw good. Adrian Delph going to not Kings Mountain. He's going to be a Mountaineer next year.
Yep.
But not in Kings Mountain. He'll be at Appalachian State wearing the black and gold. He likes those colors, I guess.
I guess. Likes the mascot. And Twitty, no, it's McDowell. Check that. Going to try to penetrate the lane, and could have told you that was going to go bad, Kevin.
Layup by Rabby, good from the assist from Zeke Littlejohn.
So very quickly, more Kings Mountain's able to run that secondary break, and they're going to get Mitchell for stepping out of bounds.
Yep. Jahari Mitchell moved his feet, stepped right on the sideline marker.
First turnover of the quarter for the Bulldogs. As really, Kings Mountain's really able to, off a block or a rebound, get down the court quickly, Kevin.
Yeah, they moved the ball. They're moving the ball down the court really well. Good pass.
Nice assist there.
Way to wait for it there. That's from John Harmon Melton with the assist.
To Greer. And Burns now down 11, so very quickly they had it close.
Crossed.
They're not careful, it's going to get away from them.
42 is trying to get the post up here. Working the block. He's a big boy. He looks young, though.
Yeah, a lot of them are young. We're getting old, I think that's what it is.
McDowell, deep 3 is short, no good, 42, and Melton go for the rebound. It's going to get knocked out of bounds by Cross, it looked like. So that will be Kings Mountain basketball underneath the basket.
But Burns,
29-18. Sorry, folks, we had to give the score just a minute. We got 4.5 minutes to play, second quarter.
Burns at least getting shots off. They're not turning over the ball. And there's a turnover for Kings Mountain.
As soon as you get the word out of your mouth, somebody turns it over. It's Jersey night here, Kings Mountain. I see a Tar Heel, a Cowboys, a Panthers, a Denver Nuggets, Charlotte Hornets, a Green Bay Packers, Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal jersey.
That's old school.
Mitchell drives, takes the contact, and doesn't finish, but he'll go to the line.
That was a good drive by Mitchell. Brave going in there. Some of us buddies have gone in there and gotten swatted.
They, yes, Kings Mountain, you know, I'm going to read some of these, Tom, to you. 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". They've only got 3 people under 6 foot tall on the whole team.
They're not huge. They're not small.
They're all 6'2", like 6'1" to 6'4".
Right.
And, you know, they've got length.
Right. And Mitchell, 1 of 2 of his Falston Pharmacy free throws, but then a rebound for Burns. They've gotten a couple offensive rebounds this quarter. Twitty's going to fire a 3 and can it. Good shot by Twitty.
29-22. Kings Mountain drives. Delph up top of the key, hand check. Like, what's the point of calling that foul, Tom? He was passing the ball. You know,
I don't know.
I mean, and he gets free throws for it. Like, he took 2 dribbles to the middle. I understand he made, let's say, yes, you called it. You got the right call right. He found it. But he was passing the ball away from, you know, he wasn't even going to the basket. It was just
seemed
not
awful
right
ticky.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe that is awful ticky.
Delph on his Falston Pharmacy free throws, 7 for 7. It's probably one of the reasons why he's going to the big boys next year.
Yep.
8 of 8. Here's a strategy: don't foul number 20.
Yeah, I'd probably try to stay away from him if you could.
The Kings Mountain staying in that man-to-man, aren't they, Kevin?
McDowell finds Cross on the cut.
Cross with a beautiful cut to the basket.
Cuts the lead to 7. Good pass from McDowell. Good cut from Cross. Good ball movement, Tom. Teamwork's how you win a basketball game. Here's McDowell. He's got a 2-on-1 in numbers. They pull back out. McDowell, no, he's going to take it, and he's going to get fouled by somebody.
Mitchell getting brave.
Mitchell, he has been fearless tonight.
I've seen him go inside a number of times. He's not very big. He might be 5'10", standing on a brick. Misses the first one.
Is he the kid that scored like 30 last year as a freshman?
Yep.
Okay, now I recognized his face. Okay, I got you now.
Struggling from the line a little bit.
That free throw stance is what got it. Made me think about him there.
Just 2 of 4 from the line, but look at this, Kevin, a 6-point game.
31-25, Bulldogs.
Nice entry pass.
Trailing by 6. Good pass by Melton. Good shot by Melton. Who threw that pass? Is that Zeke Littlejohn on the outside?
I believe it was. And I'll tell you what, that's the way you do an entry pass. A good low bounce pass.
Yep.
It was a beautiful entry pass.
Mitchell drives, pull up, floater. Good. Mitchell cuts the lead to 6. Timeout. Nope. We got something going on now with the refs again.
What do they got?
I don't know. I don't
Are they
know.
pointing at the student section?
I don't know.
Now they're pointing at the student section. A technical foul has been called against someone.
It's a 0-0.
It's a double foul. They called them both for a technical.
Okay.
And they're going to keep possession with Kings Mountain.
All right, now we got that cleared up. Adrian Delph inbounds the pass. Just under 3 minutes to go. Kings Mountain leads by 6. Shot from Paysauer. Oh, rebound. Delph tries to dunk it back and can't get it to fall. Here come the Bulldogs in the corner. Cross for 3. Good! Cross with a 3. They cut the lead to 3. Here come the Mountaineers across half court. Cutter, what a pass by Zeke Littlejohn. Melton with the layup.
Yeah.
Wow. Melton cut like a 45-degree angle across the middle, and Zeke fired it across the middle.
Burns had it down to 3.
This is new in the game. Cameron Sweezy.
Burns doing what they need to. Slow it down.
Sweezy feeds the post. Big man in the post. 42 up off the rim. No good. A rebound. Adrian Delph. Here come the Mountaineers. Delph with some fancy handles. We know that. Takes it in. Misses. Rebound goes the Bulldogs. Here they come. 42 out front. And they call the body on the foul. 0-0 on the foul. That's Kobe Pacehour. And that'll send our mysterious 42 to the line, Tom.
I'll find
we're gonna
his
get his name at halftime, folks. Sorry about that. They had a roster change on
Yeah, the young man wearing 42 previously is no longer with the team.
Right. Misses the free throw. Down 5, trying to upset the #1 team probably in your conference. Got to make the free throws.
And that's been the difference in the game. If Burns hits her free throws, this is probably close to a tie game.
How many have they missed so far, Tom?
I'll get you in a minute.
There's 2 there by, Burns got the rebound. Cross saves it to McDowell. Layup good. Cross with the rebound and the assist cuts the lead back to 5, so they didn't need the free throw.
Got him for 5 misses, Kevin.
Here's a shot from Eli Pacehour. Rebound, no good. Number 4, Christian Huey. That was actually, I think it was a good pass. 42 wasn't expecting that great of a pass. Here's Delph, goes up for the dunk, he misses. Rebound, Bulldogs. Scrum for the ball, here come the Bulldogs out with it. Sweezy into Cross, he drives.
And they're
going to
charge.
Yep.
I thought that was a charge.
I think that was
Delph.
I think that was an either way, Tom, you're right. He beat him to the spot. But I think because Cross went sideways on him instead of straight into him, they put it on Delph. I think that could have went either way, you're right.
Burns is 2 free throws away from making this a 1-point game. A team that beat them by 40 on a neutral court. And they've missed their 6th free throw. If they hit half of those, Kevin, it's a tie game.
If they've hit all of them, they'd be winning by 3, Tom. Free throws, folks. They call them free. That's one of the.
It's one of 2.
I always get mad when the Tar Heels miss all their free throws. Like, what else are they doing all day? Delph into the corner to Little John. Now it's to Little John. He hits the 3. That was a pass from Adrian. That was from Eli Pacehour. And Zeke Littlejohn hits the big 3. Minute 10 to play. Cut, what a play. McDowell spins, what a shot. Bulldogs cut the lead to 3. Stolen. Here come the Bulldogs again. This is Tweedy in the corner. Out to Sweezy. Sweezy calls everybody back to McDowell. McDowell, 3. Off the front. Rebound Cross. Cross goes up. No good rebound, Adrian Delph. Back out. Here come the Mountaineers rolling. Tom, did you get all those rebounds?
No.
And out for the shot goes Eli Pacehour.
Well, that was quite an exchange there.
Yes, it was.
McDowell and Cross. McDowell could have tied the game with that 3.
Yep. Cross could have cut it to 1 on his shot.
Yeah, and they missed a couple after the steal. Somebody forgot to tell Burns was supposed to get blown out.
I know. They showed up on KTC tonight.
Yep. And a missed Falston Pharmacy free throw from Pacehour.
Folks, wondering, try to find it if you're listening on radio to us or listening online tonight. We've got 4 different internets here. We've had some troubles and all kinds of problems, and we can't get the YouTube stream going right now. But what we do have going, I'm recording the video on our computer, and we'll put it on YouTube tomorrow as we save it here on the computer, hopefully.
4-point game, Kevin. I think Kings Mountain expected to be cruising by this point. It's not the way it's turned out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Coach Grayson Pierce is not. We're his unlucky to, or what do you call it? His kryptonite.
Yes.
When we show up, he says they always have some trouble, and they're having some tonight. Burns takes it off the glass. Rebound. We'll go to number 42. Isaiah Greer's in the ball game for Kings Mountain. Ball in the corner. Zeke Littlejohn for 3. No good. Rebound. There's Isaiah Greer with the board. And there's the buzzer. And we go to halftime. 39-35 at the break. Kings Mountain leads over the Bulldogs here. We'll be back at halftime for the Hendricks Appliance halftime show. 39-35 in just about 3-minute break. 3-minute break here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Ford and Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. With special price incentives, you'll have no fear in purchasing your new Ford from Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. Save up to $4,000 on the 2017 Ford Explorer, Ford Edge, and Ford Focus, and up to $10,459 in savings on the new 2018 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab. Plus big savings on the lineup of pre-owned vehicles. New year, no fear. From Ford and Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at ClassicFordofShelby.com.
Halftime Kings Mountain. We'll be back in 3 minutes on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Club Denzel Washington and Jennifer Lopez for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can open doors for children to have great futures at the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland County. Visit us at 412 West Sumter Street or at greatfutures.org.
If it's time to set up your home, then head to Cleveland. Make your home look like you. Handle the patios and porch areas. Cleveland Lumber Company. Plus tools you'll need if you're doing yourself your home project. Get it in. Stop at Cleveland Lumber Company. 17 years. A new year, a new promising. Maybe you need to consider switching promises this year. If so, consider Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville with over 50 years of serving you. Around the drugstore in Stanley with over 10 years of serving you. Or Boston Pharmacy in Boston with over 25 years of service. All a part of the communities they serve, and it's not too late to get your foot shot. The Medical Center Pharmacy, 670 Kansas Street, Cherryville, Highland Drugstore, Main Street in Stanley, and the Boston Pharmacy, Highland 18 North in Boston. We're here for you.
The Train Comfort Specialist. He's so reliable that buses set their schedules to him. Once, he was the best man for a guy he didn't even know. He's never used a snooze button. The unstoppable Train Comfort Specialist. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Your train dealer is Forest City Heated and Air at 457 South Broadway Street in Forest City. Call 828-245-1379. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Kings Mountain High School. Kevin Hastings here with Tom Centofanti, Alan Ford from the Shelby Stars stopping by to say hello here at halftime. You're listening to the Hendricks Appliance halftime show, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, 704-487-7846. Hendricks Appliance halftime show. Tom's still putting together some stats. I'm going to give Tom a stat he didn't expect to hear. Burns is out-rebounded Kings Mountain, Tommy, 18-16. Oh, well, I tell you what. I can turn you on there, can't I?
Yeah.
How about that one? Yep, Burns is out-rebounded Kings Mountain, 18-16. Did you expect that one?
Not especially the way Kings Mountain was rebounding in the first quarter.
Yep.
But in the second quarter, it was Burns getting to all the loose balls and able to get some second chance points. So, everybody expected Burns come in here. Kings Mountain to be up 15 after the first quarter. They'll roll over and play dead. But I tell you what, Kareem Livingston has put a little fire in these guys tonight, especially Rashawn McDowell. His play, very aggressive. He's had some nice cuts to the basket. Avius Cross, after missing that one cheapie that he should have had, he's had some nice cuts to the basket. Mitchell's been drawing a lot of contact, getting fouled, getting to the line. You know, somebody forgot to tell Burns they're supposed to lose tonight.
Well, you know, Tom, if they're hitting their free throws, they'd be winning right now, as we were talking about earlier. You know, and I always say in all the games, you know, I like to do, go to in basketball or watch or whatever. You can almost always in a basketball game look at the free throws, see how many you missed, and you could have won the game if you lost.
And if we look at Kings Mountain, I'm counting them up: 2, 3, 7, 11. Kings Mountain, unofficially, I've got him for 10 of 12 from the free throw line, Kevin. 10 of 12.
Yeah.
And then Burns got 2, got 4, 6, 8, 10. Burns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Kevin, that's the difference in your ball game right now. It's a 4-point game.
They've missed 5.
They missed 5.
That's what I just said.
So you know you've got to hit your free throws, especially when you're the underdog and you're on the road. You've got to hit those free throws.
Yeah.
But give some credit to Burns. You know, they were down. It was that one time where you felt the game was getting away.
It was 15 to 5.
Yeah, something like that. And then there was another time where it was like 31 to 20.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was going to get away. And Kings Mountain got a couple dunks. They're tremendously athletic. But Burns has not laid down. And they've come scrapping back, especially there late in the second quarter, getting some rebounds maybe that you didn't think they would get to, getting to some loose balls, creating a few turnovers. You know, first quarter, Burns had 5 turnovers, only 2 in the second, so they're taking better care of the basketball. Kings Mountain had 8 turnovers. Teams, 7 turnovers as well. So it's 7-7 on turnovers, Kevin. So I thought that press, you know, Burns had a little bit of a hard time handling it at first. They've done a much better job in the second quarter, and they put themselves in a position to stay in this ball game.
Have you done the scores yet, real quick? Let's do the leading scores.
Leading scorer for Burns is Rayshawn McDowell. He has 12, and it's Delph for Kings Mountain. Let me make sure I got this right. I got him 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 points.
I've got him for 6 rebounds and 2 assists for the Appalachian State commit. And who else? You got any other leading scorers right now?
Well, Mitchell for Burns has 6. Avius Cross has 6.
I've got Mitchell down for 5 rebounds too. I wanted to mention that. Yeah. You know, he's getting a lot of the long. You know, Kings Mountain shoots a lot of threes. Mitchell is doing a great job tracking down those long rebounds. And
Little John also in double figures for Kings Mountain. I got him for 10 points. Melton came in, had a couple nice feeds to him. He contributed 4 points. Pace hour, now we got 2 pace hours. I believe it's number 14, Eli Pace hour.
Did you check on? You didn't check on that, did you? That's kind of, I forgot to kind of tell you to do that.
And 5 points.
We got Kobe and Eli Pace hour, we think.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Okay. 0 for Kobe and 14 is Eli Pace hour. Minute 23 left. Wonder if Burns can keep that momentum they had towards the end of the second quarter.
Now you're listening to the Hendricks Appliance halftime show. Burns is in the midst of trying to make a big upset here at Kings Mountain. Down 4, they lost by 40 plus, almost 50 maybe. Earlier in the season,
it was 97 to 43.
There you go, to the same outfit. So lost to the same team by more than double, and now you're only down 4 here at halftime. So doing a good job here for Burns. They just Kings Mountain's pressing. Got to control the tempo. All right, let's take a quick 30-second break. 30-second break here on KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's the Yamaha Revving the Holiday Sales Event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia.
Buy from the originator, not the imitator. Before you buy your next set of tires, check around and compare, and you'll find the best prices at Okies Tire and Recap in Shelby. With name brands like Goodyear, Mastercraft, Michelin, Yokohama, Firestone, GT Radio, Dura, and more. Plus, Okies has used tires too, and road service is available. And they'll rotate and balance your tires for the lifetime of your tire. Okies Tire and Recap.
East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Welcome back to Kings Mountain High School. 17 seconds into the second half. Adrian Delph gets a rebound off of a Zeke Littlejohn shot. Then Zeke Littlejohn gets a rebound of his own and puts the shot back in.
You just said how Burns out-rebounded him. Well, they just gave
tied
him two there.
They just tied them right there with those two. So 18-18 now, rebounds in the game. Kings Mountain up 7. Kings Mountain has switched now to a 1-3-1 half-court press. Here's a long three from McDowell. Rebound goes to Dell. Kings Mountain across half court. Eli Pacehour tries to find somebody in the corner. Instead, finds some fans. Folks in the corners today, better keep your hands up. You're going to catch a pass in the teeth.
Well, Burns has done a better job of taking care of the ball. And actually, Kings Mountain now has more turnovers. It's 8-7 on turnovers.
Tweedy across top of the key. McDowell, another long three. No good. Rebound. This one goes to Delph. Delph, another rebound. Kicks it up to Pacehour with the assist and the layup. Eli Pacehour with a lay-in. Nice little pass there from Dalton Putnam, Down low, Putnam, nice. He goes up strong. Rebound, no good though. Zeke Littlejohn pulls down the board. Here comes the Mountaineers. Another pass into the corner. Be ready, folks, be ready.
That was a beautiful feed by Jaquarius Wells, and Putnam just couldn't finish it off, Kevin.
Tom, be ready when they start looking at this side, this corner.
I know.
They're firing away.
Might need a little plastic surgery.
You'll lose some teeth or something.
Yeah, I know. But quickly, the lead went from 5 to 9 points.
Mitchell's in the game with Twitty and McDowell, Putnam, and Cross. Twitty
slowing it down a little
picks
bit.
up his dribble 30 feet away and then throws it right. Bad decision. They'll talk about that play during the tape review on that one.
Kick ball by Kings Mountain.
Yeah, kick ball keeps it for Burns. 44-35, 6:20 to go. Kings Mountain leads by 9. Tweedy on the wing, up to Mitchell. Mitchell's being guarded. Kings Mountain's in a 1-3-1 now. Mitchell backs it out. They don't look like they're looking to trap. Just going to sag away and contest. Long three, no good. Swatted out of bounds off Kings Mountain. Twitty with a long three, and the ball got knocked out of bounds on the rebound.
Burns 0 for 3 from three-point range, Kevin, this quarter.
Haven't seen it. This has not been a shooting exhibition. You could say that.
No.
A lot of missed threes today. And then the game ball looks like it's got some soda or some substance on it. They had to clean the ball off, or Eli Pacehour swatted the ball out of bounds.
So we got a little mop-up job. And I think we're going to get things started again eventually. Been a lot of little delays in this game.
Yeah, there we go. Inbound pass, Cross. Misses, rebound, Delph. I turned you down accidentally. There's Delph. Dribbles himself in the corner, keeps the dribble alive though, swings out a Littlejohn. Back to Eli, corner to Delph. Delph for three, no good. Rebound, kicks it out to Raby. He taps it around. There's just a little volleyball action going around right now. Delph's got the ball top of the key though. Finds Littlejohn in the corner. Down to low post, he didn't want it. Pacehour tries to do a little hop skip. Goes out of bounds, and ooh, how's that Kings Mountains ball?
I thought it was all 14,
Yeah,
Kevin.
I did too. Referees must have had a bad angle on that one. We're sitting here having it right in front of us. Tough call for Burns. Pacehour to Delph. Delph in the 3D position. Pull a jumper. No good, off top of the backboard and out of bounds.
Well, Delph's struggling in this. I've got him 0 for 3 so far, Kevin.
Yep.
So after Kings Mountain scored those 5 quick points, we've had nothing. Burns shut out in this quarter so far, Kevin.
Twitty Mountain makes a really bad mistake there, top of the key. McDowell being guarded by Raby, finds Mitchell in the corner. Jahari Mitchell, last time, like we said, last year had a huge game up at Burns when we did one of their ball games. Mitchell swings it over to Twitty. Conway over to Jahari.
Kings Mountain just daring Burns to shoot, Kevin.
Yeah, the way what you got to do when someone plays a 1-3-1, you know, it's a cross, right? So there's a gap in the corner. So when you do get the corner, if they're not trapping, you've got to split that to cause other weaknesses in the zone. So Burns got to figure that out real quick first. Like that gap right there, he's got to attack. Up top, Twitty. Burns down 9. Time is counting.
Now they're trying to trap a little bit now, Kevin.
And Burns
forces the turnover.
Throws the ball to the trash can. Uh-oh. We got another call. We got to want to talk about it. They said we might have had a tip ball. It is going to be tip ball. Burns is going to keep the ball. So strike that turnover off your turnover sheet.
You got to take it out off the computer.
Twitty out of bounds. Up top, McDowell. McDowell fakes the 3. One dribble, swings it back to Twitty on the wing.
It's making for some boring basketball. That turnover is going to count, Kevin.
Yeah, you can't throw chest passes and long. You can't throw the ball in the air against just length. You know, when you're playing a team that's got the arms, you can't do that. Inside move, Eli Paysauer with the layup and in. 46-35, Kings Mountain leads by 11. Trap Mitchell, top of the key, and he steps across half court and comes back.
So back-to-back turnovers for Burns, and they're being outscored in this quarter, Kevin. 7-0.
Well, you guards, Tommy, are picking their ball up when they're not being forced to pick up the dribble. You know what I mean? Like, that's the number 1 rule. Don't pick up your dribble unless you're forced to pick it up and trap, something happens. Delph, he drives the lane, contact, up and in. They're going to call.
Delph for the offensive?
No, I think they're just going to call a contact top of the key.
I think they're going to get Wells on it.
Yep. Foul is on J.Q. Wells. I caught him cross a minute ago. In comes our star of the first half of the Bulldogs. We did not know his name.
42 is Dorian Starnes.
Dorian Starnes.
He's played well.
Raby on the inbounds pass. Finds Eli Paysauer. He goes up strong and scores.
He just muscled his way to the basket, Kevin.
Yeah, it helps a lot to have a big man that can and willing to do that. Then he almost makes the steal on the 1-3-1. Putnam does come and turn it over. Delph with the steal. He drives, going to try to finish. No good. Rebound. That will go to Rayshawn McDowell. McDowell picks up his first board of the night. Swings across the top of the key. That's Christian Hoey in the game. Hoey back to McDowell. And Mitchell. Mitchell, McDowell, Hoey, Starnes, and Putnam in the ball game. Mitchell with a deep 3.
Close.
Caught by Starnes. He shoots and misses. Rebound McDowell. He shoots a 3 and he misses.
Burns really struggling for a shot this quarter.
And Mitchell almost gets the steal.
Well, Burns has taken 5 3-pointers this quarter and missed all 5, Kevin. They have 0 points in this quarter.
And that's not their game, Tom. Their game is take it to the basket. They're awful young.
But that's why I think the 1-3-1's confusing him, and they're not attacking the basket.
Yep. Delph, top of the key, not happy about the pass. Looks at his teammate mean. Drives in, lays it in, lefty. Good on the lay-in for Delph.
Those are his first points. But right now, Kings Mountain, 11-0 in this quarter. There's another turnover for Burns. And it looks like it's going to be 2 more points for Kings Mountain. There it is.
Timeout Burns, full timeout. 50-35, the lead has grown. We'll be back in 1 minute. 1 minute on KTC.
For the best pizza in town, it's got to be Jam & Jay's Pizza Factory in Shelby, located at 1011 Grove Street, just off Highway 74 Bypass East. It's fun for the entire family at Jam & Jay's Pizza Factory. Call or stop by and let Jam & Jay's Pizza Factory take care of your takeout and catering needs. You'll find specialty pizzas, including liver mush pizza and bacon cheeseburger pizza, Philly cheesesteak, subs and wings, and delivery is available for all catering orders. And they offer discount rates for schools and churches. Jam & Jay's Pizza Factory, 1011 Grover Street, off Highway 74 East in Shelby. Open 7 days a week.
And welcome back to Kings Mountain High School. 13-0. Is that right, Tom? Here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it
Kings
was
Mountain.
39-35 at halftime. And now it's 52-35.
Phew.
13-0, and they've done it largely without Delph. He's only got 2 points. You're 0 for 5 from 3-pointers, and you've turned the ball over 4 times, Kevin.
Yeah, I was about to say, a lot of good defense from Kings Mountain this half. I mean, when you 13-0, what else are you going to say, you know?
That's just not that's not what Kareem Livingston drew up at halftime. And really give a little credit to Coach Pierce, changing to the 1-3-1 zone.
Oh, that's really got to him.
It's taken away Burns' cutters, and there's another turnover for Burns. And that's going to lead to, a missed layup, but then Delph with the rebound.
And the horn goes off for no reason.
I think we have an inadvertent, we had a.
Oh, that's his 1,000th point or something?
Yeah.
2,000 career point.
So congratulations to that young man. He's going to give the ball to, that's probably his mom, I would assume. So proud parents, Mr. Delph, 2,000th point.
Actually met his parents one night after a basketball game up at Crest last year, the year before. A bunch of nice folks. Just talked to him about their son, how I thought, Tom, when he was a sophomore, I'm like, yeah, keep doing what he's doing. I have nothing to say about what he's doing. He handles the ball so well.
So Burns now finds himself down by almost 19 points. It's a 4-point game. We're under 2 minutes in the third quarter, and zero points for the Bulldogs in the third quarter.
Outside long three. It's going to be rebounded by Kings Mountain, Zeke Littlejohn, but he was out of bounds. Long three taken there by Hoey.
That makes the Bulldogs 0 for 6 from 3 in this quarter, Kevin.
Does he go by Hoey or Huey?
Huey.
Okay. My dorm at Appalachian was Hoey, H-O-E-Y. So that's why it's very confusing for me. McDowell, long three, no good. Rebound, Pace Hour. Here come the Mountaineers.
And I hate to keep
alley-oop, Dadrian Delph, and he hit his head on the bottom of the backboard, actually, Tom, on the pass, but he's okay. And Eli Pacehour is hurt. He comes off the court limping.
This has just been a dismal quarter for the Bulldogs. As a breakdown and transition defense there, Kevin, leads to an alley-oop dunk for the Mountaineers.
Is it 17-0 now?
17-0 in this quarter. And Burns 0 for 7 from 3-point range. So Twitty with the ball now, trying to get something going for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Starnes. Starnes going to try to get the Bulldogs on the board. He cannot do it.
Delph with the rebound. Over to Pacehour, back to Raby. Raby finds Delph cutting. Cut, nothing to go. Kicks it out to Raby for a long three. No good by rebound Jarari Mitchell. Here come the running Bulldogs. Mitchell drives, goes up strong and scores.
And Mitchell finally breaks the drought.
56-37 here in the third quarter. Delph layup and in.
So after missing his first 4, he's hit his last 4, Kevin.
58-37, Tom. You jinxed him.
Sure did.
Well, you did good for him, I guess. Twitty with a long three. Rebound. Zeke Littlejohn kicks it out. Here comes Raby. Raby drives. Up and good. Score. Nice strong take from Raby.
It's amazing how once Kings Mountain got the lead, they're playing with so much more confidence.
Oh, a totally different team
totally
right now,
different
Tom.
team. This is what they expected to happen.
McDowell, top of the key to Mitchell. Mitchell, long three. That's not been his forte tonight, the threes. And a rebound goes to Melton. Burns with a steal, though. McDowell in the corner. Kicks it to Twitty. Twitty Shake and bake, looking for something. Finds shooter in the corner, and the buzzer sounds before they can get a shot off, Tom, and a 21-2. 21-2, third quarter. Kings Mountain leads now 60-37. We'll be right back in 1 minute on KTC Broadcasting.
A new year, a new pharmacy. Maybe you need to consider switching pharmacies this year. If so, consider Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville with over 50 years of serving you. Or Allen Drugstore in Stanley with over 10 years of serving you. Or Falston Pharmacy in Falston with over 25 years of service. All are part of the communities they serve, and it's not too late to get your flu shot. From Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street, Cherryville, Allen Drugstore, Main Street in Stanley, and the Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston. We're here for you.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
and being able to come out, pick up the defensive intensity in the second half. It's really what we challenged them at the break, and they bought in, and we turned them over a lot, and were able to force some bad shots and rebounded the ball a lot better in the second half.
You guys went 39-39. They went 35-7. What did y'all do there on defense? That just was the key to just shutting them down there in the second half.
We are long, very long and athletic, and we anticipate passes very well. So we were able to push our 3-4, 1-3-1 trap and go back into a little pressured zone.
Right.
And it just caused them a lot of trouble. And they're a young team, so we tried to exploit that a little bit tonight.
We talked a lot about how you guys get shots contested from all corners of the defense. It's not just Adrian, or it's not just Zeke, or it's not just Eli. All three of them are really working around the basket to, it's kind of like if you watch Oklahoma City, how Kevin Durant is helping from the blind side. Talk a little bit about the defense, how they're working together like that.
This group of guys they're best friends.
Yeah.
They hang out together. They're always around each other, and it's the hardest working group of kids I've ever had. They're probably the best defensive team I've ever had, too. And they take pride in holding teams under their averages. And when we really lock in, they feed off each other. Obviously, Adrian is our leader.
Right.
And when he is going, our guys are locked in with him, and it's fun to watch at times.
A little chippy earlier on in the game. I saw the rest kind of maybe said something to you guys, calm them down a little bit.
Yeah, county rivalry game, it's going to be chippy.
Yeah.
Anytime you play Burns or any other county team, it's going to be chippy. And, they had something to prove come in here.
Right.
And after the last time we played them, they really wanted to try to prove something, and we didn't want that to happen tonight.
I think we got you guys again next Friday. Who you got next Friday?
Next Friday, we got Chris.
Yes, and yes, we do. Tom will be up there for Chris. You got a Burns game, Tom? Will you be joining me?
I'll have to see, Kevin. I'm not sure.
Tom's a little sick here, Coach Pierce. Adrian, whenever you're ready, man, come on in. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tom. I hope you get feeling better, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. And Adrian Delph going to get on the microphone there. Adrian
Delph, the future App State Mountaineer. I was an App State Mountaineer. You've been looking good in the black and gold. Is that your favorite color? You just like the mascot? What is it, man? What is it about the Mountaineers?
I don't know. It felt like a good school for me. So.
Well, you're going to love it up there, man. You're going to have a good time. I promise you. I spent 5 years there. They gave me a degree and everything, believe it or not, and had some fun. The basketball court, it gets jumping up there. Those Boone Goons have a good time up there. 2,000 points tonight. Not in one game, that'd be a record, but in your career. Talk a little bit about that. Most people don't get to 1,000. How does it feel to be at 2?
It feels great. It's a big accomplishment. It took a lot of points, but eventually I got here. So.
Now, Adrian, we got you. You ran across the floor, up into the stands. Tell everybody what you did. Who's you taking the ball to?
My mom.
Yep. How has she helped you get to this point?
She's taught me how to respect, not try to think on everything, just stay humble.
Well, Bub, tonight, now this is your unofficial stats. Y'all have official somewhere, but we've got you down for how many points, Tom?
I had for 28. Is that right? Or did I miss one somewhere?
Do you know? Nobody told you yet. And we've got you down for 28 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists. Talk a little bit about your rebound. In that 1-3-1, that 1-2-2 you guys are playing there, you do play the blocks. You're going to college playing a point guard. I played with a couple of guys just like you, your size. In high school, you got to play a little bit down low. You don't got 7-footers and 6'8", 6'9" guys just running around all the time. Talk a little bit about you rebounding down low for this team and helping out. Also, blocking shots. You and Eli and Zeke do a good job contesting shots down low.
Well, Coach, we small this year, so Coach said we're going to have to do a lot of rebounding, so I had to step up and make a lot of rebounds, get a lot of rebounds.
On the defensive end, Zeke and Eli there too. You guys tonight, give him some of the scores there real quick for the folks listening at home on the Marburger Stadium postgame show. Tonight, Adrian, you are our S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game. I want to thank you for that. And we're going to go over some more stats here real quick. Go ahead and smile for everybody. Did you get a good picture of Adrian? Did you get a picture of Adrian for me? You did? get one just to him, and then we'll get that out on Twitter and everything.
Let me ask him something.
Go ahead.
Did you realize when you broke the record, or did you not know? Did they have to tell you?
They had to tell me. I didn't realize it. I know how much I had to go, but I didn't realize it at the time.
Well,
I wasn't worried about it.
I guess our final question here before you get out of here, Adrian, great night. Halftime, you guys are up 4 points. Y'all scored the exact same number of points in the first half as you scored exact in the second half, 39-39. What'd you guys do different to hold Burns to 7?
We stepped out of defense. First half, we didn't play too good of defense, but we stepped it up the second half.
What's Coach feeding you in there? Spinach? What you guys eating back in there at halftime? You guys came out strong.
No, I just said some things to us. That's all.
And it looked like you changed your strategy.
Yeah.
That Burns was beating the man-to-man with some of their cutters, and then you switched to the 1-3-1 zone. That's what it looked like to me. But it just totally confused Burns. They no longer attacked the basket. They missed like 9 3-pointers in that third quarter, and the wheels came off for Burns. So a defensive change like that, I'm sure initiated by Coach Pierce, really just put Burns into a situation where they just didn't know how to handle it. So we got to give you a tip of the cap to your coach there for making that change.
Congratulations on the 2,000 point. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week, next Friday at Crest. You got another game before then?
No, sir.
No, sir. So
exam week next week.
Oh, it's exam week.
He's studying for them exams. He's got to go to college next year. He's got to make good grades.
All right, Adrian, congratulations. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good weekend. And stay warm out here in Kings Mountain. It's cold out here, folks. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Future Appalachian State Mountaineer Adrian Delph joins us on the desk, and he's the SNR Auto Sales MVP. Tom, I've got Kings Mountain down for 39 rebounds tonight. You go over the final score sheet before we get out of here.
Unofficially, I had Eli Pacehour for 14 points. I had Zeke Littlejohn for 12 points. And then, of course, Delph with 28 points and breaking the 2,000-point barrier tonight. Burns side of the ball, Rayshawn McDowell, 12 points. Jahari Mitchell, 8 points, and Avius Cross added 6 points. But what kind of stood out to me on the stat sheet is McDowell, who was making all those nice cuts to the basket in the first half, shut out in the second half, Kevin. So just wheels came off, and that defensive change. Now, if you could change your defense and confuse the other team, man.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh, what an impact it had on this game.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up here. Steve Robay back in the studio is going to keep it warm for you guys. I don't know if we're the last game left. Joe Clemmer stopped by and said hello. I don't know if we're the last game left or LON or CSL is on. We're going to maybe join someone else. Steve will update you soon exactly where you're going. But that's going to do it here for us. You've been listening and watching to What's Up Shopper Sports on KTC Broadcasting. Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard tonight, 78-42. Kings Mountain wins over Burns. Free throws tonight brought to you by the Fallston Pharmacy Stadium pregame show. Bill Shuford, Heating and Air. Halftime show by Hendricks Appliance. Stadium postgame, Marburger, Chrysler Jeep Dodge. And the player of the game tonight, Adrian Delph, SNR Auto Sales. So next Friday night, Tom doesn't know if he'll be with me, but we'll be
somewhere.
Kings Mountain will be at Crest next Friday night on KTCBroadcasting.com. We'll see you next week. Back to the studios for more from Steve Robay and KTC.